Welcome to Design Your Life Goal Setting Workshop. Today, you are going to go through a process and get clear on what you want your life to be about, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, who you want to become, and you're going to design it on your terms. By now, you should have the official online event book downloaded and in front of you. Be sure and take notes, jot down all these great ideas, and fill in the blanks as we move along from page to page. We're going to get to a section where you're going to start to fill out your dreams, the things you want. The more you put in, the more you're going to get out of this workshop. So play full out. Play along with me. When I ask you to do something, do it. And through this creative process, you'll be able to see your life start to unfold, and you'll start to get emotionally connected to the desires and the things you want most. My name is Mark Wilson. I'm the founder of Closers Get Paid. I've been in direct marketing for almost 30 years, and I've done a lot of studying from what I call the masters, from Anthony Robbins, Napoleon Hill, Bob Proctor, and many more. And I've taken that information over the years and I put it into my business, and I've watched it flourish. And not only that, I've been able to design my life on my terms. And what I'm about to share with you today is what I've learned over all these years and how I've been able to go from flat broke to becoming a self-made millionaire by applying these simple principles. And this goal setting workshop I've done for the last 15 years every year on live audiences. So I'm very excited today to be offering this to you through the internet, to where you can watch this video and you can share this video with friends. And I'm going to ask at the end of this program that if you've gotten real value out of this free workshop, that you think about somebody you care about and you help them the way that I'm helping you today. You share this with them by sending them a link and encourage them to go through it so they can get their life on track and make it the way they want it. Will you do that? Fantastic. Let's go ahead and get started. For many of us, our lives seem like a balancing act, and we really never quite get it right. We either spend too much time at our work and not enough time with our family and friends, and so we're really never fulfilled. Today, I want you to really think about the two areas of your life, the professional side and your personal side. Go ahead and fill in these circles here with these categories from your health, your home and family, personal growth, career, financial, and wealth. These will be the main areas that you really want to get clarity on and start putting time and energy towards by creating an outcome and a massive action plan, so that we're not really just hanging on to the edge and easily falling off track. And at the end of the year, we're like, wow, we really got nowhere. So we're going to start focusing on the target. What do we want most in our life? You know, there's a lot of distractions out there, and if we're not clear on what we want, chances are we're not going to get anywhere. So we really want to get clarity. Clarity's power, and we want to know what our target is. What are we after? Live by design and on purpose. You know, the poor people hope, but the rich people plan. We can either live our lives by design or chance. As Jim Rohn says, if you don't design your life, chances are you'll fall into somebody else's plan. One of the things I want to bring to your awareness is what I call the laws. And I want you to fill in these blanks on this page here. You should be on law number 1. Write it down. According to a study done by Dr. Gail Matthews, a psychology professor at Dominic University in California, you are 42% more likely to achieve your goal just by writing them down. You know, you take it from the non-physical world, which is in your imagination, in your mind, and when you put it on paper, when you write it down, you bring it to the first physical form just by putting it on paper. Any great architect, anybody that's going to build or design anything needs a blueprint. They need a plan. They need to see it on paper first. And today we're going to capture these ideas and start that process and get you on the right track. Law number 2, a concrete plan. A study in the British Journal of Health Psychology found that 91% of people who planned their intention to exercise by writing down when and where they would exercise each week ended up following through, while only 35% achieved the same result relying on just motivation. Now, this will apply in any goal you set for yourself, having an action plan and scheduling it out. If it's not scheduled, it won't happen. We'll be getting more into that here shortly. Law number 3, track your time and action. You know, time is the only thing we don't get any more of. You can get a new house, you can get a new car, a new job, but you cannot get any more time. According to a study published on Harvard Business Review, the most significant factor influencing our motivation to reach goals is a sense of seeing the progress. Law number 4, hold yourself accountable. In Dr. Gail Matthews' study, people who have a supportive partner to report progress and hold them accountable score the highest on the overall goal achievement chart. Law number 5, build habits. When we turn our goals into habits, we put our accomplishments on autopilot. We don't really focus on them much. Napoleon Hill put it this way: any idea, any thought is like a seed, and when planted in the subconscious mind and nurtured and cared for long enough, that seed will nurture and care for you. Law number 6, keep a journal. A journal is a wonderful thing to reflect back on. Over the years, I'll go back through my journal and I'll go, wow, I don't even remember setting that goal and I accomplished it. There's something truly magical about it. Keeping a journal for your goals not only helps you reach them, but also provides many benefits such as reducing stress, solving problems, gaining insights, and even increasing memory and happiness. You know, a lot of times I'll meet individuals that are very overwhelmed, and it's because everything's in their head and they haven't put it down on paper yet. So get it out of your head and get it on paper. And this will really help relieve the stress. You'll start to see these things and once again be reminded of what you say you want and need to do, so you're more likely to follow through. Law number 7, visualize both outcome and process. Your mind is the most powerful thing ever created in the entire universe, and it must have been for a purpose. We have the power and ability to visualize, to see what we want in advance, to see our dreams. You know, our dreams are our long-term goals. By imagining the detailed mental picture of your desired outcome and visualize each of the action steps necessary to reach the outcome, your brain will help you make positive behavioral change that is needed to accomplish your goals. Clarity truly is power. You will never outperform your self-image. That may be the most important thing you hear me say all day. You will never outperform your self-image. What do I mean by that? If you have an image of earning $50,000 a year, you can't earn 75 or 100 until you change your self-image, until you change how you see yourself, the income that you earn. The me I see is truly the me I'll be. When we think in pictures. Think of your home, and instantly and automatically, an image of your home flashes across the screen of your mind. Think of your car, and once again, an image will flash across the screen of your mind of your car. We literally do think in pictures, and it can really be that simple. Changing our dominating thoughts, the images that control and rule our lives. By changing what we focus on, we will change what we experience in our lives. Moving on. This here's an image of me fantasizing and daydreaming of a Ferrari. Now, at this point in my life, I was driving a $500 tow yard car. That's one that somebody lost or no longer wanted, and that's all I could afford. The image I had in my mind at that time in my life was very limited. It was very, very poor. However, I didn't know any better until I started learning these ideas and these concepts. And immediately, I decided to start applying them. I got a picture of a Ferrari and I superimposed an image of me on top of it. And I took this image and I put it in my bedroom. So when I went to bed at night, it was the last thing I saw. And when I opened my eyes in the morning, it was the first thing that I seen. I put it in my bathroom by the mirror. I took it with me. I had it in my binder at work. And every time I would see it, I would just imagine myself driving down the road. And I would experience this emotional feeling of being in this car. Now, at first, it wasn't very easy because I kind of felt like I was foolish doing it. But once I started to really start seeing it and feeling it and experiencing it, I started to accept it. It started to feel good. This next image is an image of me and my Ferrari. Within the first year, I paid cash for my Testarossa. I got so excited about having this that all these other vehicles, my private limousine, my H2, my Indian motorcycle, the list goes on, that was just the residual of that energy and that desire that I had built up inside of myself to have this car. And let me promise you, the majority of the work was mental. I had to change my mental image. I had to see myself owning a Ferrari to the point to where I actually accepted it and started to believe it. Once I got to that point, the rest was easy. What I like to say is that life without goals is truly equivalent to being lost at sea. You know, there's a lot of distractions that go on throughout our lives. There's a lot of challenges. Everything's trying to get our attention. And we really don't focus on what we want enough. So if we don't focus on something, if we don't give it enough energy, it's not going to happen. It's not going to grow. We really have to block out a lot of these distractions and focus on what we want. Spend quality time on a daily basis visualizing and energizing this image. I like to say that predetermined goals in life are a safety light. They truly are. If you get lost at sea, if you get lost with challenges and distractions and other people are trying to direct your life and tell you who you should be and what you should do, and you lose your way, it could take years and even decades for you to finally start accomplishing your dreams. It's like being lost at sea. It would be equivalent to being a ship at sea without a rudder, just being tossed around. When you turn the light on, when you turn that goal on in your mind, as the distractions come, you'll have a reminder to get yourself back on track so you can start refocusing. And this is very powerful, setting yourself up for success in advance. What I'd like to do here is back up the record, back up for a moment and talk about how it really all began, how this information was formulated and why. I want to introduce you to the masters. Andrew Carnegie was the richest man in the world. But when he came to America when he was a young child, he was in some of the worst conditions imaginable. And he rose to becoming the richest man in the world. He went back to his own country where he was born and he bought the castle that the king lived in. Andrew Carnegie was a great man and he wanted to do a few things for all of us before he passed away. He opened up a lot of the free libraries around the world. But what he really wanted to do is he wanted to take the information of the most successful people in the world and put it into book form so that a guy or gal like you or me wouldn't have to spend our lifetime trying to learn it the hard way. We can get our hands on this information and immediately start applying it in our lives. Andrew Carnegie commissioned Napoleon Hill to study over 500 of the most successful men in the world. And this took over 20 years of research. He was looking for key and specific information. Individuals such as Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb, it took him over 10,000 attempts. Most people would have quit long before that. But that was the doorway, the gateway, so to speak, that opened up all this modern technology, the things we enjoy on a daily basis. He spent time with Henry Ford, the inventor of the assembly line. Ford's dream was that every American had transportation. This is the last Model A coming off the assembly line. Number 15 million. Wow, what an accomplishment. He spent time with the Wright brothers, who conquered the sky. You know, when they did their first voyage flight, nobody believed that they did it, even though they had witnesses. What an amazing accomplishment. And Napoleon Hill wrote the most successful book of all times in the area of self-development, Think and Grow Rich. This book has helped more people become millionaires than any book ever written. One of the scrolls in Think and Grow Rich really applies in what we're talking about here today in goal setting, having a definite purpose. A definite purpose is the starting point of all achievement. Don't be like a ship at sea without a rudder, powerless and directionless. Decide what you want, find out how to get it, and then take daily action toward achieving your goal. You will get exactly and only what you ask and work for. Make up your mind today what it is you want, then start today to go after it. Do it now. Successful people move on their own initiative, but they know where they are going before they start. As I started to study from what I call these masters, I realized that there was a very simple success formula. I now call it the Master Success Formula, and it's really broken down into 4 parts. The first part is what? You must know what you want. Once again, clarity is power. The more clear you are, the easier it will be to attain your goal. The big guy, Anthony Robbins. The second part is why. Anthony Robbins says reasons come first. Desire is the starting point of all great achievement. Your desire is like the emotional rocket fuel that's going to take you where you want to go. And the more you desire it, the more passionate you are about achieving your outcome, the quicker and easier it will be for you to get there. The third step, when. Setting deadlines will help you create a sense of urgency. This is going to help you follow through. Maybe you get distracted. Maybe other things come up. But subconsciously inside your mind, you're going to have this reminder that, hey, I've got this thing coming up within the next 2 months. I set this goal. I need to get back on it. I need to get busy again. So it really does psychologically help you stay on track. And the fourth step is how. You may not know how you're going to make your goals a reality, how you're going to become a millionaire. Most people don't. That's okay. You just need to decide that you are. How's going to show up? Taking daily action towards your outcome is a must in achieving your goals. Remain focused. Notice what's working, and if you're not getting the result you want, try a new approach. And this means be flexible. Do not force things to happen. Notice what's working and notice what's not working. And if it's not working, remain flexible. Don't give up. Don't quit. Ask yourself better questions. What am I learning from this? What do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? What haven't I noticed? Remain flexible. This next image is crucial. Understanding 80% of our success comes from not what we're looking at, but how we're looking at it and the meaning we attach to it. There's 2 images here in one. Do you see the older lady looking off to the left, almost towards the front? And if you adjust your focus, can you see the young, beautiful woman looking towards the back? They're both there. So as we move forward towards our goals, we want to make sure that we're focusing on what's good and what could be good about these things, even if things are not the way we want them. Your dream sheet. You should be looking at this page now in your workbook. This is where we're going to bring it out of your mind and put it on paper. I'm going to ask that you play full out with me. We're going to go through a process here for about 5 minutes. And I want you to imagine your pen is like a magic wand. And anything that you can capture in this short time and put down on paper is yours to keep. You're only going to have 5 minutes. And while we go through this process, I'm going to help stimulate your mind. I'm going to give you some ideas. I'm going to flash some things across this screen to kind of stimulate you and keep you moving. Remember, you're only going to have 5 minutes. And when I stop and say put down your pen, you have to stop. Okay, so it's real important that you create this sense of urgency and you write all these ideas down as quickly as you can. It's going to be very powerful. So when I say go, you're going to hear some music and you're going to see some images flash across the screen. At that point, you need to start writing down what you want your life to be about, what you want to accomplish. Every idea that comes into your mind, just jot it down on paper as quickly as you can. Okay, are you ready? Get set and go. So what do you want? What is it that you want? Would you like to double your income? How about build your dream home? You can have anything you want. Anything at all. Just jot it down. A dream home, a vacation home. Live in a nicer neighborhood. Send your kids to private school. What do you want? A dream car? Maybe you want a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Bentley. You can have anything you want. Just jot it down. Maybe you want to open your own business. Start a franchise. Keep writing. Maybe you want to go on vacation. Go on that Alaska fishing trip. Do a fly-in to Alaska. Maybe you want to go on a Grand Canyon river rafting trip. That'd be exciting. How about some exciting goals? Take music lessons. Start learning to play guitar, the piano. Learn to sing. Come on, keep writing. Maybe you want to start flying, become a pilot. Open up your imagination and just let it flow. Come on, this is your life. Maybe you want to own your own private jet, a time machine, no waiting in airport lines. Maybe you want to travel the world. What do you truly want in this life? Who do you want to become? What do you want to experience? Maybe you want to start skydiving. Keep writing. We don't have much time left. Maybe it's time for you to start investing. Investing gold, silver, real estate. Maybe you want to own a strip mall. Maybe you want to conquer Mount Everest. Tell your grandkids that story. Anything you want, it's all yours. Name it and claim it. Maybe you want to win a Grammy. Maybe you got health goals. You're going to lose some weight. You're just going to get energized, have energy. Maybe there's an invention inside you, just waiting for the world to see. Maybe you want to start driving NASCAR. You can do anything you set your mind to, but you got to get clear on what it is first. Maybe you want to collect street rods. Go to an auction and pay cash for your dream car. Maybe you want to be a self-made millionaire. Maybe you want to put some money in the bank, $20,000, $50,000 in a safe deposit box. Maybe you want to make $10,000 a month, $20,000. Why not $100,000? Own your own limousine? Arrive in style. How about write your own book? Become an international best-selling author. Direct a movie. Maybe you need some fun goals, like this guy. Buy yourself a Ferrari, go around town giving kids Christmas presents dressed up like Santa Claus. It's your life, design it. Maybe more time with family and friends. Maybe you want to take up yoga. Maybe you want to get closer to your Creator. Set some spiritual goals. Okay, we're about to end. We're going to put our pens down here. When I say stop, you need to drop your pen. Ready? And stop. Fantastic. Well, congratulations. You should have your desires, your dreams, your future on paper. You should be holding your future in your hand. This sheet should be filled out with all kinds of amazing goals and things you really, really enjoy doing, things that you'll enjoy accomplishing, and you'll look back in 10 years and go, wow, look at what I've designed my life to be. Look at how I'm living my life now. So now the fun begins. We're going to start to design our lives. Napoleon Hill says, a goal is a dream without a deadline. So on this sheet of paper, what we're going to do is take a moment, and I want you to put a 1 or a 3 or a 5 or 10 next to each one of these goals, representing the time frame for when you will have achieved it. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10-year goals. So go ahead now and just simply put a 1, a 3, a 5, a 10, and go through this sheet as quickly as possible. I'm going to give you about a minute to do it. Your 10-year goals will be your real dreams. Your 1-year goals, 3-year goals will be a lot of the stepping stones to get you there. The momentum. The things you feel are within your grasp now. Okay, just a little bit more time left. We got to keep the momentum going. We got to keep moving. About 10 seconds. Okay, so now that you've organized them in time frames, which is vitally important, your subconscious mind is going to kick in and go to work, whether you realize it or not. I'm going to ask you to do something that may be very difficult, but I need you to play along with me, and I want you to do this because it's going to be very powerful. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to look at your goals, and I want you to imagine for a moment that you only get 3 of them. I know I said that you got a magic wand and you can have anything you want, but I want you to pick your top 3. Okay, so just go ahead and put a circle around the top 3 goals that if you had to choose, these are the ones that beyond a shadow of a doubt you want to achieve. This would represent true success to you in your life, happiness, fulfillment. Go ahead, pick those 3 now. I'll give you about a minute. I know it's hard. Now for me, I focused on breaking a record. Breaking that record represented money, and that money paid for almost all my other goals. What is yours? What are your top 3? Okay, I know it's hard. Now, this is even going to be harder, but I really need you to do this. In order for you to get the most out of this process, I need you to pick your top goal. If all else hit the fan, and you could only have one of these 3, what's the top 1 goal? What is your top goal out of all these 3 that you know that this is the main goal? The main thing in my life. I want to focus on achieving now. Starting today, this is it. This is what I'm going after. This is what it is. Here I come. And I want you to put a check mark next to that number one goal. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, fantastic. Now we're going to really put all this together and go through a process that really connects you to this outcome and gets you engaged and motivated and following through on the steps necessary to make this a part of your life. So this next page is going to be a contract with yourself. You're committing to achieving this goal, and you're going to sign it. Your personal contract. On this page is where we really bring it all together. What, why, when, how. And so what I want you to do here is I want you to bring that number one goal, and I want you to write on the what. What is it? What is that number one goal to you? Doubling your income. And just go ahead and take a moment and write that down. Fill in the blank there. And then move on down to why. Why is this a must for you? It'll give me the money to reach most of my other goals. Get connected. The clearer you are on the why, remember, it's that rocket fuel. There may be a million reasons for you to make $1 million, but there's probably only one or two. And sometimes, more often than not, it's for someone else. We'll do more for a loved one, a friend. What's your why? Moving down to when. When is your deadline for this to become a reality? 6 months from now? A year from now? Go ahead and write that in. This is going to connect you psychologically. Your subconscious mind is going to go to work at pushing you forward, creating that sense of urgency. And then how? What are all the actions you're going to take on a daily, weekly basis to make this goal a reality? Even if it's simple, like stay positive, practice your presentation, read more, work longer, harder, see more customers. If you're in sales, work on your closing ratio. What can you do immediately? And just brainstorm on this. Capture all the ideas as possible. If you need more room, flip the paper over. And once again, what's one thing you're going to do to get the process started? Maybe you'll hire a coach. Maybe you're going to talk to a financial advisor. Maybe you're just going to look online for somebody's phone number that you need. One of the keys to setting and achieving goals is when you leave this session, you take immediate action towards that outcome. And then I want you to sign this personal contract. Sign and date it. Okay, fantastic. Now moving along, the 10-day challenge. I'm going to challenge you for the next 10 days to really get the ball rolling, to really ingrain in your mind, this is what you want. This is what you're after, so that you create the habit that we talked about earlier for success. You start to condition success. This is a very simple affirmation, but if you'll put energy into it, emotional energy into the outcome, while doing so, visualize it in the as if it's already a reality in your life, you're going to wake up the sleeping giant within you. You're going to get this massive momentum started, and you'll become successful at a much faster pace. So simply write down for the next 10 days, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've doubled my income. It's in the as if statement. And start to say it like you mean it. And you just do it for 10 times. If you want to go 20, that would even be better. But I'm challenging you to do it at least 10 times a day with as much energy and emotion while you're writing it down as possible. Are you up for that challenge? You should have 10 sheets in your workbook. Every day, write it down, follow through for 10 days. Now, here's the deal. If on the 9th day or any other time in this 10-day process, during this 10-day challenge, you skip a day, you're agreeing right now that you're going to start all over again from day one. Are you up to it? Fantastic. So on this next slide, I want to talk about your environment. People, places, and things. In order for you to be successful, you want to hang around successful people. You want to choose your environment wisely. So you want to hang around people that are getting the results that you want. And if you can't find them in your neighborhood or your workplace, go online and search for these people. They're available to you. Start thinking like they think. Create a place where you can go and gather your thoughts and plan. And things that really help trigger you to stay connected to your outcome. So a resource that's available for you is a brand new radio station, Closers Get Paid Positive Thinking Radio. It's a brand new radio station that you can plug into on a daily basis and listen to positive ideas, positive thoughts from very successful people. Napoleon Hill wrote in Think and Grow Rich that there were 12 areas that constituted true riches. Money was number 12. And a positive mental attitude was at the top of the list. So click the button below and get access to the radio station. Another suggestion is to join a mastermind study group. If you can't find one, start one. Make sure that they're positive people that want to improve the quality of their lives. Another resource is our Closers Get Paid Mastermind Study Group. It's a free group that you can join of like-minded people that are on a path of positive self-improvement. Simply leave us your information below and we'll get you connected to a group right away. Don't hope, plan. We also offer a phenomenal goal-setting software. This software will help you stay connected to your goals through this online resource, getting clear on what you want, scheduling times to achieve it, checking off your progress as you go along throughout your day and your week, and really help you keep connected. It even has a journal. So if your goals are just waking up each morning and putting them down on paper as a to-do list, I'm going to tell you right now that's not very effective. You need something that you can reference back to and that will encourage you and remind you and keep you on track. And this goal setting software is amazing and it's very inexpensive. And it also comes with smartphone applications so you can take it with you on the go. For more information, just click the button below. You know, I think you should create a vision board. Cut out pictures of things you want in your life, what you want to accomplish, so that your mind's being triggered. You wake up in the morning and you see it, you're reminded, and it keeps you engaged and encouraged. You can do this simply on a poster board, or you can use our goal setting software. We have a phenomenal vision board within our goal setting software that everyone likes. Whatever you decide to use, just use something and make sure you're staying connected and you're creating that environment to help you succeed. We also offer a coaching program. We have coaching software, so if you're a coach and you would like to find out more about coaching software, we have some amazing software that'll help you deliver really great content on a timely manner to your clients and keep track of all the conversations and the schedules and reminders that they're going to need for your clients. And if you're looking for a coach, find out more about our special offer by clicking below. Now, when all this started, I asked you to do me a favor. I asked you to share this webinar, this video with a friend. If I've delivered, if you feel that you've gotten real value out of this program, it hasn't cost you a dime, and you think that maybe you have a friend, a coworker, somebody that you know would benefit by just getting clear on what they want, motivated, inspired, focused, whatever it may be, share it with them. Send them an email, reach out to them on Facebook, advertise this on Facebook. That would be great. And the other social media is Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And pay it forward. I promise you, they'll be grateful that you did. So I just want to congratulate you on completing this course. What I would suggest you do is go back through your other goals and take the time to do your personal contract on each one of them. Go through and get them organized and scheduled, and really get associated and connected to each and every one of them. And I look forward to hearing about your success and how this program has helped you. And you can simply reach me by email, mark@closersgetpaid.com, Closers Get Paid on Instagram, or even Facebook. And once again, thank you for your time and your trust today. And may all your goals become a reality. Welcome to Design Your Life Goal Setting Workshop. Today, you are going to go through a process and get clear on what you want your life to be about, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, who you want to become, and you're going to design it on your terms. By now, you should have the official online event book downloaded and in front of you. Welcome to Design Your Life Goal Setting Workshop. Today, you are going to go through a process and get clear on what you want your life to be about, what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, who you want to become, and you're going to design it on your terms. By now, you should have the official online event book downloaded and in front of you.